Despite all of this, construction companies across Ireland remained resolute in delivering on Ireland's built environment. Today is about acknowledging that commitment and examining what we can do to build on an even more resilient industry that can cope with both unforeseen shocks and the cyclical nature of our sector. Our capacity to recover is impressive. The gross output for 2022 is forecast to be 29.1 billion, rising from 25.2 billion in 2021. Our industry is central to Ireland's economic strength. A recent assessment of the economic impact of construction by EY estimated, after all of direct, indirect and induced economic impacts are considered, that in 2021, for every 1 million in construction activity delivered, an additional 660,000 in gross added value. The construction sector is also one of the largest and biggest employers. We support almost 300,000 jobs across the entire economy, or 11.6% of the workforce in small communities and urban centres across the country. We need to continue to attract talent, young people, female and male, to the industry to meet the country's targets around housing outputs, infrastructure and climate action plan. This week, the Construction Industry Federation released its second 2022 economic outlook, and indicators from our research are that despite the current challenging trade environment, the industry remains resilient, with a significant number of companies expecting to increase their turnover and staff in the next 3 to 6 months. However, the headwind of inflation and the volatile cost environment we continue to operate in is still a significant concern. 96% of construction companies have reported a rise in the cost of building materials between June and August of 2022, and 85% expecting cost rises to continue to year end. This comes as the government plans to impose a 10% levy on concrete products. We're concerned that the new levy will result in additional costs to first-time homebuyers, affordable and social housing, public and infrastructural projects, as well as private commercial projects, and ultimately affecting the viability with obvious consequences. We want to be a partner for government to find sustainable solutions in safeguarding the quality and viability of current and future construction projects on behalf of the Irish people, and to leave a positive legacy. In terms of housing delivery, we're expecting housing supply to increase from somewhere between 25 to 26,000 units per annum in 2022, an increase on 21 output of 21,000. But there are growing concerns about the supply in 2023. This against the backdrop that we've continued to fall short of the target output of 33,000 units per year. Material cost increases, the possible concrete levy and rising interest rates are all placing a considerable strain on future delivery. To increase housing, we need a supply of land. We need a supply of service land, a supply of planning permissions, a supply of material and a supply of labour, along with a supply of customers. Unfortunately, all of these are constrained. It's frustrating that some of these can be controlled. We can ensure that the supply of land, servicing and permissions with an immediate reform of how we assess the quantum of land that needs to be zoned. While many of the material cost increases are outside of our control, we must be careful not to unnecessarily increase costs at this time. We've already asked for the proposed concrete levy to be withdrawn, but there may be other unintended consequences from the introduction of the 3% levy on residential zoned land, unless the manner of its application is changed. The large increase in population in recent years mean that we simply have to supply more homes for more people. We're willing partners in servicing the needs of the country, but the right policy framework needs to be supply orientated rather than seeking to increase the cost of supply or to limit supply by a rigid adherence to outdated population growth forecasts. The realisation of the National Development Plan is vital to providing essential infrastructure, such as water, roads, transport, schools, hospitals, and energy for Ireland's projected population increase of 1 million people by 2040, and to support the Climate Action Plan. But in order to facilitate this, the government needs to invest and address the underspend on infrastructure that currently stands. Infrastructure from buildings to roads to transport systems is an investment in our future, an investment in our success as a country, and an investment in our people. Sustainability and green procurement have never been more important. Innovation and adoption of new technology and business systems are key. This requires the government to move away from a lowest price transactional model for construction to one that is based on whole life cycle costs and quality in award. For real progress, we need a clear pipeline of work to support investment in sustainability and productivity, the reform of the public procurement processes and contract to bring it in line with international norms like the NEC, and finally, more collaboration and fairer risk management. While progress is needed, I'm very pleased to note the significant advancement of many innovation measures that the Construction Industry Federation has supported. The last 12 months has seen the establishment of the Digital Build project, supported by Minister McGrath's department, which has taken on the task of digital transformation of our sector by 2026. But what does this mean for you as a business? The Construction Industry Federation has been supporting the design of this policy initiative since its inception in 2017. The project team are currently asking the industry to complete the initial benchmarking survey that will help define our starting point in terms of capability and also help to confirm the supports that real companies need to deliver value through this initiative. Get engaged and encourage your supply chain to visit the Digital Build project website and be very clear about what supports you want to see to assist you on your digital journey. The further implementation of the innovation measures led by PJ Rudden and the CSG subgroup on innovation and digital adoption meant that we had the launch of the Construction Technology Centre in July of this year. The centre leads from University of Galway said their vision was the centre is to make Ireland the global research and innovation leader for sustainable construction and built environment technology. We very much look forward to supporting this new centre as it takes shape. The Housing Demonstration Park and proposed advanced learning facility for modern methods of construction to be sited at Mount Lucas potentially offers the opportunity for the industry to develop new programs and attract new talent at the same time. In terms of energy crisis, the Warmer Homes Schedule could potentially be truly transformative initiative to support those in society who are most at risk of fuel poverty. This initiative is to be scaled up significantly, and we'd like to support the call from SEAI for more contractors to come on board by asking the industry to consider developing their competencies and to pursue the expanded opportunities within this market. My final rallying call for you all here today is around safety of all our workers. This year we are running a safety month during October, which has just kicked off, and we'll see the last 2 weeks of October from the 17th to the 28th, Ireland's construction industry come together to celebrate best practices in construction safety across our activities, both on-site and off-site. The goal is to eliminate accidents at work and to drive continual improvement in health and safety. Sadly, our industry has recorded 4 workplace fatalities for 22 year to date. 1 fatality is one too many, and we must double down on our efforts to ensure that we can provide an environment where everyone can come to work safe, in the knowledge that they will go home safely. Recent data from the Health and Safety Authority has revealed the top triggers associated with non-fatal injuries in construction over the past 5 years are falls at the same level or trips and slips, lifting and carrying falls from height, and pushing and pulling. Construction Safety Week represents Ireland's construction sector coming together to reinforce and promote the importance of safety, health and well-being, both in work and in life. We're also pleased to be hosting the Lighthouse Club across sites, providing mental health workshops during the month of October. Safety is at the core of everything we do in this industry. I urge you all to get involved in the campaign by following the CIF social media channels, visiting the CIF website, and sharing what you are doing to create a better and safer environment. As President of the Construction Industry Federation, I'm very proud to serve the sector and to work among companies that bring the spirit of innovation and a commitment to excellence within the sector. Thank you to the ministers for making themselves available to attend today, to iQuest, our partners in today's event, to all the speakers, sponsors and exhibitors for bringing the 2022 Construction Industry Federation Conference to life. And of course to Ivan, who I'm sure will keep the panel discussions on point throughout the day. Finally, thank you all for attending today, and I hope you have a very enjoyable, insightful discussion and debate and networking opportunities. Thank you very much.